Okay, cool. Well, let's get started then. Anyway, we've gathered here today to bring back a podcast slash trying to make it a YouTube series now, where we're going to be watching 31 Halloween or horror related things that fall into this category of fun things to watch this October. The 31 Days of Halloween is what we're calling it, and we're starting off today with
The Exorcist.
So I guess back 2 or 3 years ago, I started watching like all of the horror Halloween movies because I didn't see any of them before, and it's my first time watching through a lot of them. And I think something I'm having to retrain myself with as we're working through this process is not rating a movie on whether or not I find it scary. Because there's been so many classic horror films that I didn't find remotely terrifying at all. And I always hear The Exorcist is one of the scariest movies of all time. And for almost every one of these classic Halloween movies, I've had to kind of stop myself and in a second viewing be like, okay, I want to look at this as a film rather than just like as something that could scare me. So Exorcist did not scare me, but I loved it. There were so many really, really impressive shots, really artful shots. Special effects were phenomenal. Still don't really know how Reagan did the tongue thing like 6 different times. Just some really, really impressive stuff, and I enjoyed it.
I did not have a great time watching this movie. It was a very good movie, and like, I don't know. I think it's just a genre I haven't stepped into very much because like I just don't do well with it. So some of it is just tropes and things that I'm not used to and all that. But no, I thought it was very well done. It was amazing to me how not dated the film seemed, given like that it was made in like 1973. But yeah, overall positive thoughts.
It's a huge shock to me. Like it was a shock to me the first time, and even now it feels weird coming back because, like you said, with an older film like this, it's really considered one the fundamental building blocks for horror. You think the depiction of demonic possession is going to be super cliche. Like it's going to be this old, oh, I am the devil, and that's it. But like, Reagan has a filthy mouth.
Yeah.
And like, there's just like profanity and the sexual conversation and things that seem so far out of left field. I really appreciate that they took a unique approach with it because it makes it seem more shocking and personal and like bizarre and surreal rather than feeling tropey or cliche. I really enjoyed it, especially like there's just several shots that really stood out to me in a way that they didn't before, and you expect it to be about Reagan, and like she is obviously instrumental to the film. The film couldn't exist without her, but it's not really about her at all. She is just a vessel, both thematically and narratively. And I think Zuzu like came in and she was the easiest means to be able to test this man's faith.
I would recommend this film again if it's the kind of thing you're into. I don't think I'll watch it again, but that's me. But yeah, overall final thoughts. I thought it was a interesting story, great performances, great production value, and well told.
Question for Nathaniel though: Do you feel excited or nervous coming up now? There's a few more films left in this list.
I was after finishing this one, I was terrified about the next 30 days. I was like, if this is how we're starting, this is going to be the most hellish month I've ever lived. But having now watched films 2 and 3, neither of those got to me. So I think as a whole, we should be okay.
I'm glad Monster House didn't terrify you. I would definitely recommend it. I think something I had mentioned. Nathaniel had amazing performances. It's incredible, like the before and after for Reagan, and the special effects are incredible. There's so many fun details, and as you guys have mentioned, it has held up so well. And if you maybe updated filming techniques just a little bit, you could think it was a modern release, and it would 100% hold up against anything. It'd be better than most anything else that's being released right now.
It's definitely still effective, and it's definitely shot well, and it focuses first on telling a good story, and second on trying to make it scary. Cool. Yeah. So well, that is The Exorcist, and like we all said, we all recommend it, and we'll see you guys all in the next one. Cool.
Yeah.
We're back. We did it.
Yeah.
We're back.
You guys stay spooky.